Hi, my name is Dr. Denise, and this is this week's A Dose from Dr. Denise, where I hope to teach, show, and inspire you how to release your God-given health and life potential. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm still enjoying family in town, and my sons are still here. My son's girlfriend Angela is still here. My parents were here earlier this week. It's really been a week to be incredibly thankful. And so that's really what I want to talk about. I'm going to keep this week's message short and sweet, but I think it still has pretty good and deep meaning. Each week I record a video and I post it on my page, A Dose from Dr. Denise. So please like that page, share these messages so that we can continue to raise our individual vibrations, take responsibility for that, and then radiate that out. So I was thinking about creating an acronym for the word thank, T-H-A-N-K, and I was starting to take notes on that, and I could quickly fill that out. But I thought, you probably won't remember, and neither will I in a couple days, what I came up with, even if it was clever, and I'm sure it would be clever. But I thought, what is the one thing that we should be thankful for that has a direct impact on everything else that we're thankful for? And it has to be something that we're thankful for that can't be taken away from us. So a lot of times when people say, well, what are you thankful for? We might say, well, I'm thankful for my family, or I'm thankful for my work that I can provide for my family, or I'm thankful for my home, or I'm thankful for my pets, or, there's a lot of things that we truly are thankful for. But fortunately or unfortunately, all those things could be taken away from us. And so if we place our firm thanks in this one thing, it has the ability to affect every other aspect of our life. And that one thing is that we have the ability to be conscious and to have conscious thought, because it is the only thing that cannot be taken away from you. Viktor Frankl talked about this significantly in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who survived pretty much the most heinous situation, the most heinous behavior of our fellow man. I don't know that it gets much worse, although we're getting pretty close again in this world. But if he was able to survive and know that we could make meaning out of suffering, much of it, he says it's because of his conscious ability to think. And it's the one thing that God has given us. And a lot of times we want to curse that because there's evil in the world, and evil is very, very real. But there's evil in the world not because God created it. There's evil in the world because God gave us the ability to choose and to think. Because if we didn't have that ability, then we wouldn't have consciousness. We wouldn't be human beings. We would just be human robots. And so God gives us the ability to choose and to think and to say, I'm going to give you life, and I'm going to see what you're going to make out of it. So a lot of times we want to say, when bad things happen in our life, that God caused those things to happen, and we serve, a mean God, but that's just not true. And so the one thing that I'm thankful for on this Thanksgiving of 2018 is my free will and my ability to think. And of course, I'm also grateful to live in a country that recognizes that, and frankly, is based on the foundation of these godly principles and the ability of me to be free in this country. And because I'm free with my thought, it has direct impact, because your thoughts determine your feelings. And so you might not choose your feelings, but your thoughts choose your feelings. Your thoughts determine your actions. And your actions therefore then have consequences. And so your thoughts have a direct impact to the life that you're living. And fortunately or unfortunately, your thoughts affect other people. And collectively, the thoughts that we have in this nation and worldwide have consequences, of which we're all living with that. And so the thing that I'm most thankful for is the ability to think. And I choose to think love, I choose to choose love, and I choose to have high vibrating thoughts of love and joy and bliss, because that has a direct impact on my feelings and my actions, which then directly impacts others. And we all have that freedom, and it is the one thing to be thankful for that can't be taken away from you. You know, a really good analogy is that when our body is harmonious and all of our cells are working together, then we will be healthy. But when we have one cell in the body that begins to act poorly and think poorly, and therefore become a cancer cell, let's say, that cancer cell will eventually affect the entire body. We all know that, you know? And yet on this planet which is very similar to just one cell of an entire organism of our universe, you know, we're just one little bitty planet. We're nothing when you look at the size and the shape and the vastness of the world. And yet we think that it's okay that on one side of the planet that cell won't have an interaction with the other side of the planet, or bring it down that the one cell in this city won't have an effect on another cell in the city, or bring it down that the one cell in your family or your community won't have an effect on another cell. But we're all connected. And the only thing that I have absolute 100% control of, the only thing is what I'm thankful for, and that's what God gave me, which is the ability to think. And so I will spend time working on my thoughts by shutting out negative noise, by shutting out the fear of the world, by learning how to love and serve my fellow human being, whether it's through my family or my community or my church or my patients or just someone that I'm walking by on a street that needs my love and attention. And if we all started doing that, if each and every one of us took responsibility for our thoughts to make sure that they were high vibrating, non-judgmental, loving, serving, kind, independent of being right, just kind, and if we took care and concern for our fellow human being, our fellow cells that have direct impact on the health of us and our planet, then the world would be a better place. And my friends, that is what I'm thankful for this week. I hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving. I really, really appreciate you watching these messages, and I appreciate the feedback that you give on them. I'm incredibly grateful to have opened this practice here in Beaumont. I'm starting to see some amazing patients, so I'm so grateful for chiropractic in my hands and the gift that God has given me in that way. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Have a beautiful week. Keep all this in mind as we enter this amazing holiday season where we know that it's not about materialism, but it's about sharing and spreading love, because frankly, that's the only reason that Jesus Christ came. Peace out, and I'll see you next Sunday.